Om Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Om Om Shanti 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 Om Namaste Om Shwara. So we are at the verse 7 to 13, the file verse 7 to 13, in which Arjuna has asked Lord Krishna to speed up or to bring about the eye of wisdom or the maturity so that he could see through the Namarupas. He could see the Namarupas that represent Ishwara. He could see Jagata, but seeing as well Ishwara behind Jagata. So I said, it's not working, so help me out. You need to qualify, you need to develop certain refinement or say, okay, just make it happen, even if you use your powers for a solution that's going to be temporary. And having said so, Krishna had agreed to do that. And uh, and that takes us to the beginning of our today's class. And as I said, refined mind can be defined. We need a refined mind, but a refined mind can be defined in several ways. Can you take from there, please, Lynn? Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna get my water. I forgot. Okay, just before you begin, I was reminded of a certain saying, proverb that was common among the Vedantins in Shine World, that was fake it until you make it. So Krishna could say, yes, Lord, you're Lord, I'm seeing you, I got the vision, I got the vision. So he was honest enough to say, no, I'm not being able to see, I only see your Namarupas. Huh? So should one fake until it make? Yes and no, not in the sense of wanting to have the sensitivity to see Shwara behind everything, but it's more in the case of declaring to oneself, for oneself, in oneself, I am of the limitless conscious nature, the only reality. So that one should claim again and again in the silence of one's nididhyasana, because that is all about fortify, a certain understanding, knowledge. It's all about knowledge. So you need to make this knowledge firm and available and present, which is different from having experience that, I want to see Ishwara. Although to have the Vishvarupa darshana with Ishwara, you need a knowledge as well. So the knowledge has to be very firm. But then one can say, "Oh yes, I see," just not to to feel embarrassed. You say, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm seeing as well." So just that it remind me of the famous "fake it until you make it." So please.
As I said, refined mind can be defined in several ways. One of the ways is kama krodadi rahitam ahanaha, a mind without desire or hatred. Or you can say a mind without desire or fears. Or you can say a mind without the sense of I and mine. A refined mind can be defined. And therefore, Lord Krishna says, Arjuna Vishaya Rupa Darshanam is the easiest because Ramakrishna, etc. They have to come to give you darshanam, a vision, whereas Vishwarupa Ishwara need not come. I am right in front of you, and therefore you have no difficulty in seeing me. He said, Ihai Kastam, the 7th verse, which we saw in the last class, behold here, right now in this place. Iha ekastam, So here in my body, what is the body? Not Krishna Shariram, the entire universe. Akasha Shariram, Brahma. So I, as Akasha, having the Akasha as my body, am available in front of you, and the whole creation is my Shariram alone. You can see Iha Ekastam, Ekastin Akasharupe Shariram Stitam, Ekastam Kristam Jagat Pasha. So this is, the body is situated in a single point in the form of the sky. See the whole world in a single point. You see the Vishwarupa right in front of you. And what type of Vishwarupa? Sacharacharam, consisting of chara and charam. Charam means the moving objects, and acharam means the non-moving. The stavara jagamam, which immovable and movable respectively. All the inert things are called acharam. All the living beings are charam. This verse 2 translates to, I bow to that Lord Vishnu, whose body is in the three worlds, whose body is the three worlds, in whom the universe wonderfully plays with its gods, humans, birds, snakes, Gandharvas, and demons. Vasus means shariram. What is the body of the Lord? Tribhuvam, the whole universe. Bhuloka, Bhuvaraloka, Survaloka, which are our loka and the two above. So that you see right in front of you, Mama Dehe, my body, not Krishna Dehe, Akasha Dehe, Vishwarupa Dehe. Pasha, may you see, Arjuna. Gudakesha. Gudakesha means Sattva-guna pradhana, Sattva-guna predominantly. Arjuna, you can. It only requires some refinement, polishing. It is possible for you. And not only you can see all these things, yachan yadrashtu michasi, whatever else you want to see. You can see everything has to rest in the body of the Lord only. So thus Krishna offers to cooperate with Arjuna for giving Vishwarupa Darshanam. 11.8. However, you cannot see me with this ordinary eye of yours. I shall give you a divine eye, my divine power. So here Krishna introduces the requirements of two types of chakshu, two types of eyes. One is Laukika chakshu, another is Divya chakshu. And therefore Krishna warns, he tells Arjuna, you cannot have Ishwa Darshanam with the help of mere physical eyes. Anena swachakshushu. Swachakshusya. Swa chakshu means what? Laukika chakshu. The mamsa chakshu, the fleshy physical chakshu. With the help of that, you cannot see. Mam drashtam nan shakyase. You will not see me. Even if you see me, you will not have the impact. Remember the example. Just as Ravana did not have any sense of Ishvara Darshanam or fulfillment when he saw Rama, when Kamsa saw Krishna, nothing happened to him. So therefore, chakshusa mam drashtam na shakyase. Therefore, you require an invisible eye. In fact, some people even interpret the tilakam, I think that's the forehead mark, as a symbol of the Divya Chakshu. Different significances are given to tilakam. One significance given is the third eye of prepared mind, proper bhavana, proper attitude, bhavana chakshu. Therefore, that eye is also required. It is like a tourist going to a temple with a camera and taking the pictures of various idols. For him, not Lord, various idols. And he talks about the art, and he asks questions about whether it is AD or BC. If it is BC, a few more pictures he will take. Perhaps he may buy paying millions of rupees also. Exhibition also he will put. He can see only the age, the art, the metal, but he cannot never fold his hands. Oh, he can never fold his hands. He can never do Shashtanga Namaskara. You can never do this when the Deepa Radhana is done. That's a deep bow. What makes the difference? Oh, that's actually worship with a lamp. What makes the difference? How many of us really know what is the age of various idols in Kapali temple or Parthasarthi temple or Ratna Girishwara temple? They are all material work, which we are not bothered about. Our eyes penetrate the superficial rock and see the Lord who has been invoked and worshipped. And that eye is bhavana, spiritual insight. We have to be born in India, or we have to be exposed to this culture to do satsanga namaskara to a dead stone, to do namaskara to a lifeless stone. And if somebody has to receive ash, which has no worth at all, and applying ash on the forehead, and even putting into the mouth without knowing how it is prepared. Now it is said that the ash is prepared using so many chemicals, it is said. So really speaking, we are not even sure whether the ash is hygienically prepared. Nothing a devotee cares. Vibhuti comes. We do not even call it ash. Vibhuti comes. It goes to the forehead. And for many people, it goes to the mouth. And many people preserve it to carry home. And also apply it to their children's head. What is the worth of the ash? Nothing. But it is your bhavana chakshu, your spiritual eye, which is seen more in the ash, which no chemical analysis will reveal. You test the ash in any lab in the world. It cannot reveal its worth. And what is that worth? It is a worth which can be seen only by Divya Chakshu. And therefore Krishna says, Vishwarupa Darshanam requires Divya Chakshu. To do Namaskaram, to reverse, requires Divya Chakshu. To do Prokshanam, sprinkling of the river water, requires Divya Chakshu. To do Namaskarams to the mountain requires Divya Chakshu. Without that, it is not possible. And Arjuna, I shall bless you with that Divya Chakshu. And once that attitudinal change comes, Pashya me yoga maishwaram, please see my wondrous power. And then relook the same world in front of you. And what you see, Mama Aishwaram Yogam, you see my divine glory. Even Pancha Mahabhutas become Lord Shiva. You will call Akashalinga, as is worshipped in Chidambaram. You will call Vayulingam, as is worshipped in Kalahasti, Agni Lingam, Lord Shiva, as in Turu Vanamala. Water becomes God in Jambukeshwaram, Trivuvan Naikalawal, and earth becomes God in Kanchipuram. And initially you worship the Panchabhutas only in those respective temples, but that is not enough. Later, I should see the same divinity in the Panchabhutas all over. And the day I can revere the Panchabhutas, then the products of the Panchabhutas, namely the Pancha Bodhika Prapancha, the phenomenal universe in the 5 elements, they are all divine to me. In fact, I can never go away from the Lord. Where is the question of going near the Lord? So for a Vishwarupa Darshi, going near God is a meaningless proposition because there is no question of going away from the Lord. Ananda Mulu, Pindan Damulu, Ramandamalu, Antarama Mayam. The entire universe is pervaded by Lord Rama. Everything is Ramamayam, pervaded by Rama. Krishna Mayam, Shiva Mayam, Sammayam, Bhagavam Mayam. Without that, it is all Mayam only. It is all Mayam, only Mayam. Therefore, see Vishwarupa with the Divya Chakshu, which I am blessing. Now you have and imagine there is silence because Krishna is blessing Arjuna with Divya Chakshu. If it is a TV program, they will show Krishna's hand, and from Krishna's hand, a light will pass. It will go directly into the face of Arjuna, and a lot of background music, dun, 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 some loud noise, because something mysterious is taking place. And also the pictures they also show round and round. We can do all that with the camera thing. And all these things, and in Arjuna's face, sweat also is coming. You can imagine all kinds of things. So when there is silence, Krishna does not speak. He is blessing through the hand. Arjuna does not speak because he is receiving the mystic eye. Therefore, there is silence. And therefore, Sañjaya comes and tells something. If everybody keeps quiet, what to do? Therefore, Sañjaya comes, fills up the blank, what is happening at that time. Sañjaya said, having spoken thus, Krishna, the great Lord of all powers, thereafter revealed the supreme divine form to Arjuna, O king. So what happened during those silent moments? Sañjaya describes. Sañjaya Uvacha tells, Hey Rajan, O king, whom he is addressing. Sañjaya is talking to Dhritarashtra. O king Dhritarashtra, Hari Evam Yuktva, Lord Krishna, I have spoken thus. Lord Krishna, who is none other than Lord Vishnu, the Vishwarupa Ishvara, that Vishnu. He uses the word Hari, other than Krishna, to indicate that he is none other than Lord Vishnu himself. And not only that, the word Hari is also a significant word. This Sanskrit verse translates to Hari removes sins, even if remembered by evil-minded people, just as fire burns anything it touches, even unintentionally. Hari Papani, Harati. Lord Vishnu is called Hari, becomes the root, Ru. Harati means to suck, to absorb, to withdraw all the papams from the devotee's mind. It is because of the impurity. I do not see the divine in front of me. Only I have to remove that timiram, cataract, agnya timiram, ignorance timiram, ragadvesha, cataract. Lord Vishnu absorbs, therefore he is called Harihi. And what type of Vishnu is he? Mahayogeshwaraha, the limitless Lord of all yogis, the one who has got great powers of purification. Normally, purification is a very long process. It requires years of karma yoga. It requires years of pancha mahayagnya. I hope you remember pancha mahayagnya. Do you still remember? They are homage to Brahman and the sages, homage to the gods, natural forces, homage to one's ancestors, all living creatures, and humanity. It is not a type of pancha means drought. So years of pancha mahayagnya is required to refine the mind. But Lord Krishna, being Lord of miraculous powers, what could be achieved by elaborate time and time-consuming, strenuous sadhana, Lord Krishna simply removed. But I said, it is only temporary gift given, just to show the value of antakarana shuddhi, purification of that inner instrument. The benefit of antakarana shuddhi, it is a trial. When they have certain machines at all, they say you take it, use it and see. If it does not work, your money will be returned. Like that, Krishna wants to temporarily give that refinement and see the benefit of looking at Vishwarupa. And therefore, Maha Yoeshwaraha Harihi Eva Muktva addresses Krishna in this fashion, in this manner. In which manner, as said in previous verses. What did he say in previous verse? Laukika chakshu is not enough. You require divya chakshu, which is mental purity. Having said that, Aishwaram Rupam Darshamam Mamamsa showed to Arjuna his wondrous all-inclusive form. Therefore, Lord Krishna showed this Vishwarupa. So Aishwaram Rupam means the body, the form of the Lord. Aishwaram means Ishwar, Ishwarasya idam Ishwaram. All this is pervaded by the Lord, belonging to Bhagavan. So Aishwaram Rupam, Ishwaram Rupam, Dharmshayamsa, he showed. Yamasa, Darsha Yamasa. And what type of Ishwarupa Paramam, greatness? He is the greatest Rupam. And why do you say Vishwarupam is the greatest one? Because all other Rupams are finite in nature. Whether it is Rama Rupam, Krishna Rupam, Deva Rupam, Ganesha Rupam, they're all finite. And all of them are mutually exclusive. If Rama Rupam comes, Krishna Rupam has to disappear. If Krishna Rupam comes, Ganesha Rupam has to disappear. They're finite. They're mutually exclusive. That means what? One displaces the other. And finally, they are subject to arrival and departure. That is all Rama Krishnadi Devata Rupam. Rama, Krishna, all the gods, the forms of all the gods. Whereas Vishwarupam is the most unique one because it is all pervading. And secondly, it need not exclude any form. Vishwarupa includes Rama Rupam, includes Krishna Rupam, Shiva Rupam. All the possible Rupams are included in Vishwarupam. Therefore, it is all inclusive. And finally, Vishwarupam is not subject to arrival and departure because it is right in front of me. That is why Sanya, Vandana, practice of a combination of prayers and bowing and breathing exercises, meditations. We are learning a whole lot of Sanskrit here that means salutation to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north, upward direction, downward direction, intermediate space, earth, Vishnu, even death. Namaskaram to the east, namaskaram to the north, namaskaram to the west, south, and all that. Why do we do namaskaram in all directions? Because in other religions, Lord may be in one place. Therefore, everything should be looking at that direction. For us, Bhagavan being everywhere, I do namaskaram all over. These are all the training given right from our young age. In fact, all our trainings are meant for seeing the world itself as God. This is the culmination of Vyavharika Ishvara Darshanam, not Paramartikam Vyavharikam Ishvara Darshanam. In the relative appreciation of Lord, the highest vision is learning to see the very universe as the Lord. So our culture is oriented, is to give us the orientation. And therefore, Paramam Ishvara Rupam Darsham Asya showed the supreme divine form to whom Partaya means Arjuna. And also you take Tamil, also in Tamil. Hey Partha, did you see the Vishwarupam? You can take like that also. Voice is failing.
You are doing a wonderful job because you did such a good work with the Sanskrit as well. So it's wonderful.
My speaking Sanskrit needs a lot of help, but thank you.
Yeah. So if you're feeling too tired, maybe Mark would take over. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I can do that. Tell me if my internet's cutting out a little bit because it's cutting out a little bit here. So
Okay.
let me know if it's not functioning correctly. Okay. Verses 10 and 11. Krishna revealed the brilliant limitless cosmic form with faces in all directions, with many mouths and eyes, with many wonderful sights, with many divine ornaments, wielding many weapons, wearing divine garlands and garments, anointed with divine perfumes and full of wonders. So we get Sañjaya's description of Vishwarupa. Sañjaya describes, and from this we come to know that Sañjaya is also getting Vishwarupa Darshana. Because of association with all, he is also getting. One is face, another is mouth, many faces and many mouths. Nayamam, many eyes. How are we to understand the Lord with many eyes? Does it mean that eyes are sticking all over? And if mouths are all over, how will eyes be all over? Therefore, Do not imagine a form with countless ears and eyes. Anekava Aktram means what? Arjuna learns to see all the mouths of all the people as the mouth of the Lord. And suppose you say, no, 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 it is my mouth. This is called ahamkara. That is the problem. Where is the question of my mouth when I myself am not there? Because there is no individual separate from totality. There is no Tamil Nadu separate from India. There is no wave separate from the ocean. There is no Vasti separate from Samasti. When I myself do not exist, where is the question of my mouth, my eyes, my land? Tan man dan sab. Kuch tera. Daily you say that. They are beautiful prayers if we utter with the mind backing the words. As somebody said, it is better to have a prayer, a heart without words, rather than words without heart behind. If you have the bhavana and you are not able to verbalize, it does not matter. But if you have the words without the heart behind, that also tan man dan sab kuch tera in kada kada you tell, and Naividayam also is nearby, and that is important. Therefore, kada kada you finish and you eat the kadala or something, and therefore that bhavana is important. All the mouths are Bhagavan's mouth. All the eyes are Bhagavan's eyes. There are innumerable wonders, not 7 wonders or 14 wonders. There are innumerable wonders. All of them are Bhagavan's wonders. They belong to the Lord. So Lord is wearing countless ornaments. What does it mean? Again, we do not imagine that in his neck there are many kilos of ornaments. Then he will get spondylosis, and therefore aneka abharamanam, all abharanams that you are wearing are Bhagavan's ornaments. If you say it is your ornament, it is Luka abharanam. If I look upon it as Bhagavan's, it is Divya abharanam. Okay. Therefore, aneka divya baham. That is why in our culture, before wearing any ornament, it is placed at the feet of the Lord. If you do not have that habit, better you start. Any ornament, or why ornament, even dress, mangal kumkum, you apply and keep it in front of the Lord. O Lord, this also belongs to you, and I am taking for lease, and I will return it, and not like the local people. After living for a certain number of years, the tenant becomes the owner. Not like that. I am humble, simple devotee. I will use without claiming ownership. I will never develop mamakara, and with regard to any dress or ornament. I will remember all belong to you, and it will be returned with thanks at the appropriate time. Therefore, all ornaments are his ornaments. Divya aneka udyata adyudam. And the Lord with hundreds of weapons held in the raised hand, with hundreds of countless, literally hundreds are not there, countless weapons held in the raised hands. Here also, what should we understand? Do not imagine a Lord with thousands of hands hanging, and in each one weapon like a knife, a sword, etc. The Lord is standing like that, Vishwarupa, a picture is there. You have to see. They have to do it that way. There is no other way. So how do you imagine Bhagavan with countless weapons? Why Sañjaya mentions weapons here? Because the whole Gita discourse is taking place in the battle place, not Vidya Mandir in the battlefield. Here you have got books and pens and other things. But there, remember, 7 plus 11 Akshohinis, the armies of the Kauravas and the Pandavas, they have all come with that, not with pen and books. Each one has come with Nana Sastra, Praharana, Savi, Yudhya, Visar, Aradi. Each one has come with different weapons, and all those weapons belong to whom? Again, Vishwarupa Ishvara. Therefore, Aneka Udata means raised weapons. And how do they become divine weapon? Any weapon is terrible. How can become divine weapon? Because of two reasons. One reason is since the weapon is in the hand of a person, it is Lukika weapon. But when I see the very same weapon as the Lord's weapon, it becomes divine. The difference between divine and not divine is association with the Lord. Like the prasada and apple. Apple from the shop is apple. Once it has gone to the temple and comes, it becomes prasada. Therefore, a secular thing becomes sacred only when it is associated with the Lord. If I see everything belongs to the Lord, I do not have anything secular at all. For a Vishwarupa Bhakta, there is no secular thing. Sarvam sacred mayam. So this is one reason. And the second reason is all weapons are divyam because they are meant for dharma samarasanam. The moment a weapon is associated with dharma, it is associated with the Lord. Dharma eva Ishvara. That is why we say Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. Dayananda Swami often says Bhagavan is in the form of order in the creation, harmony in the creation. Therefore, any weapon for Dharma is divine weapon. So with such weapons, Vishwarupa Ishvara is also giving darshan. So in all these verses, the verb is not given. For Sanskrit students, these are all adjectives, which are the descriptions of Ishvaram Rupam, which comes in verse number 9, second line. There the noun Vishwarupam is given. All these verses, number 10 and 11, they're all adjectives to Vishwarupa. Therefore, Vishwarupam, blah, 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 Vishwarupam, and what is the verb? Darsaya Amasa, Lord Krishna showed to Arjuna. And here also you should note, when we say Lord Krishna showed to Arjuna, it creates a confusion. It appears as though Vishwarupa was not there before, and after Divya Chaksha, Vishwarupa is brought forward. It is not Vishwarupa the Lord showed means Bhagavan removed the obstacles for the appreciation of the universe as divine. That bhavana, if you give, the obstacle is gone, which means what was seen secular is now seen as sacred. Therefore, it is an attitudinal change. There is no physical event taking place. Vishwarupa Darshana is not a physical event. It is an event of an attitudinal change and consequent perspective change. Attitudinal and perspective change. Nothing is happening outside. Malyam ba adaram. So the Lord is wearing malyam. Malyam means what? Garlands. Abaram means vastram or dress. So divyam means divine, celestial. So the Lord is wearing many garlands and many types of dress. And here also, how should you understand? Do not imagine a personal God with different malas, all the malas worn by all the people, are Bhagavan's malas and Bhagavan's dress. All the dress which are borne by all the people are Bhagavan's. The moment I see them as Bhagavan, it becomes Divya. We saw Divya Gandhan Ule Panam and Vishnu Rupa, which is smeared a lot with perfumes, Gandha meaning perfume. So in those days, also perfume was there. Now spray we use all over, back and front, top and bottom, everywhere. So in those days, the modern spray was not there. There, perfume was primarily chandanam, and a few other things were there. And therefore, Gandha Anulapanam, a body which is smeared with the perfumes, which are all divine. And again, what does it mean? Different perfumes used by different people are all perfumes applied on the Lord. And that is why, when we apply also Vibhuti Chandanam, we are supposed to utter the Nama of the Lord. Vibhuti Dharana mantra is there. And for Vaishnavas, when they apply the various parts, when they apply on the various parts of the body, they have to remember Kesava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, etc. It means what? I am not decorating my body, I am decorating the body of the Lord. Lord's body deserves decoration. My body does not deserve decoration. Cremation only. Okay, just a joke. Does not deserve anything. Divya Ganhan Ul I Panam. The Vishvato Mukham, the Lord with faces in all directions, omnidirectional, multi-directional faces, the Lord has got. Because there are people with faces which are facing in all directions. And Ananta means whose limit cannot be seen at all. Even now, we do not know the limit of the cosmos. Last class I told you, if you've got 1 meter diameter of dust, each grain of dust is equal to one galaxy. So there are billions of galaxies, and each galaxy having billions of stars. The outside limit of the universe, even now the scientists do not know. And not only that, they say the universe is expanding. As such, the existing itself, we do not know. And over and above that, they say it is expanding. All stars are receding, and the more distant they are, the faster they are going. Each star is getting faster, is getting farther and farther away from the other star. Imagine, not in clusters. If each star gets farther and farther away from the other star, where is the limit of the universe? Do you want to translate this next bit, Lynn?
This says, all creatures comprise 1/4 of him, 3/4 eternal life above. With 3/4 the Supreme Being rose up, 1/4 again remained here.
Okay, thank you. Purusha Suklam says that the limitless universe occupies only an insignificant part of the Vishvarupa. Even this limitless universe itself is in Bhagavan's one corner. Then what should be the size of Bhagavan? Anantam, limitless, both space-wise and time-wise. And therefore, what can I say? Vishvarupa Ishvara is the greatest wonder. So Sava Kaya Ya Mayam. Devam Devam means Vishvarupa Ishvara. You have to connect Dasaya Masa Parata, such as Visvarupam. Go for it, Lynn.
That's from the Gita, Chapter 1, verse 9. Also, there are many other heroic warriors who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. They are all skilled in the art of warfare and equipped with various kinds of weapons.
I'm impressed.
It's AI. AI is useful.
This is a
Okay,
beautiful way of using it.
go ahead, Mark.
Okay, verse 12. If the brilliance of 1,000 suns were to rise up simultaneously in the sky, that will be comparable to the brilliance of the great Lord. So what should be the brilliance of the Lord? It should be glaring brilliance, because I'm not able to see the sun itself in the morning. I'm not able to look even at the sun, and our sun is 9 crore miles away. So for the sunlight to reach the earth, it takes 8 minutes or so. So far away is the sun, and the sun is one of the ordinary stars. Even that sunlight I'm not able to withstand. Imagine the eye seeing all the lights of all the stars. How brilliant it would be. Its brilliance cannot be imagined. And therefore Sañjaya gives an example. Suppose thousands of suns arise in the horizon simultaneously. Thousands of suns. Ba means brilliance. Suppose the brilliance of thousands of sun, Udhishta, has arisen and emerged in the sky simultaneously. This is the example which is supposed to have been given by one atomic physicist when the atom bomb was exploded. So the brilliance of that explosion, that too, ordinary atom bomb, special ones were not there. When the explosion took place, the brilliance was indescribable. That one of those people quoted these lines, it seems. Just see, we cannot imagine even the brilliance of one atom bomb explosion. And we know every star is having thousands of atom bombs explosions at every moment. That is how stars produce energy. Imagine all of them appear. Now, we do not have any problem because they are safely far away. Imagine they all come closer. Even now, Madras in the month of September, we are not able to withstand. Suppose they emerge, what will be their brilliance? That is the comparison. That is the comparison for the brilliance of Vishwarupa Ishvara. So that will be the brilliance. That will be the comparison for the brilliance of the Mahatma. Mahatma means Vishwarupa Ishvara. So Maham Anata Sariram Yasya Mahatma, this place, Mahatma, does not mean Satchitananda Atma. It means Sariram Mahatma, means infinite body of the Lord. So that is the brilliance. It is indescribable. Verse 13. There, in the body of the Lord of Lords, Arjuna saw, at that time, the entire universe with its manifold divisions placed together. So Sañjaya continues with his description. Arjuna, in that infinite body of the Lord, it can be taken as the very space itself, the Lord for whom the infinite space is the very body. In that body, Arjuna saw everything. Arjuna saw the entire universe resting upon that one infinite body of the Lord. And what type of universe? Anekada Pravibhaktam, which is divided in manifold forms, as I said, in the form of galaxies at the macro level, then solar systems at the next level, planetary systems at the next level. Thereafter we have continents, we have countries. Continents is Bhagavan's division, countries is our division. we draw the line and fight. So this line and that line, and LOC. So the whole universe, divided in manifold form, Arjuna saw in the body of the Lord. As I said, just as Yasoda in the Puranic story saw the universe in the mouth of Krishna. Remember, it's only a symbolic presentation, a figurative presentation of Vishwarupa Darshan, and therefore apasyat. Where? In the body of the Lord. Deva Deva means Ishvara, and when we say Sharira, we do not take 5 feet or 6 feet Sharira of Krishna in Krishna's limited body. The whole universe can never be accommodated. Only the universal atlas can be accommodated. If you want to see the whole world in my limited body, how will you see it? You stick the atlas on the body, and then you see Europe, Arctic, Antarctic, and all. If you have to see the real universe, not Atlas universe, if you want to see the real universe, Krishna's Sharanam should not be a personal limited Sharanam. It should be the vast space itself. Therefore, Deva Devasya Akaksa Maka Sarira Arjuna Tada. At that time means what? At that time, at the time when Divya Kaksu was given, before that he saw the same world, but it was a persecuting world, problematic world, unfaceable world, burdensome world. Now the very same world has become totally different, and therefore Tada, Diva Kaksu, Pradana, Anantaram. After being blessed with Diva Kaksu, Arjuna saw Vishwarupa. Who is reporting? Sañjaya is reporting. More in the next class.
Very nice. So I'm curious to see if after having seen the Lord, in the battlefield, and after having that vision, if he's going to be more motivated to fight or less, because now he sees the Lord in everything, in the good, in the bad, in the peace, and in the war. Now it became all the same due to this Vidya Kakshu, yeah, conceded by Lord Krishna. Before he was seen as a conflicting, problematic world, and now he sees the divine Lord. Just imagine the position of Arjuna. If he really had that vision, see, so what the heck is going on here? Is this world a problematic, conflicting world, or it's just a blessed divine field, which is all Ishwara's body, And this is something that we have to contemplate in regards to our lives, especially nowadays during this Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
So it was very nice. So I did appreciate much more than I did expect. Beautiful descriptions of the Lord. I'm looking forward for tomorrow. How about that? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate Om Shanti 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 Om. Namaste again. Thank you both. Great work. We meet tomorrow again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Arlindo. Okay, see you next class.